You can call me anytime. Do you still have my number? Like fading pictures, you are falling out of frame. We have only old memories, but I love you just the same. And we are getting older. And we are getting older. And we are getting older. We're not who we used to be.
Welcome to Ears Have Eyes, a monthly sound art radio program on CJSW 90.9 FM.
Broadcasting across Treaty 7 territory in southern Alberta, home to the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, the Stoney Nakoda, and Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3.
You just heard a track from Calgary, Montreal-based duo Lodgepole Kind called We Are Getting Older, a piece attempting to capture the changes that can occur between people over time, both subtle and obvious.
At the third stroke, it will be 7
The National Research
2
Council official time
and
signal.
40
The beginning of
seconds.
the long dash following 10 seconds of silence.
Akira
indicates
said Delta
exactly
Lima
what
5
happened.
Papa India
Central
Alpha.
Daylight Time for Saturday.
Delta Lima 5, Mike Foxtrot Lima.
The theme of today's show is The Time Between Us, duration and anticipation, chronological or nonlinear. We're your hosts,
Caitlin Brown,
and Wayne Garrett.
I'm Geraldine Cabron. This is the CBC News.
many of the works you will hear on this show were created specifically for Ears Have Eyes. This month, sound artists, musicians, and storytellers explore, deconstruct, or reimagine the relationship between sound and time. Responses to the theme have been diverse, spatial, and intimate, speaking both to Chronos, the universal measurement of time, and Kairos, the experiential passage of time.
It is apt, perhaps, that we've received so many submissions that we are splitting this program into 2 parts, spread across radio time.
You're listening to part 1 of The Time Between Us, here on CJSW 90.9 FM. Up next is The Soup Meditations by Lessig versus Woolg, an experimental collaboration between artists Curtis Lessig and Greg Dubicki. The project evolved from research into the philosophies of Hegel, Heidegger, Levinas, Nancy, Barad, and others, focusing on elements of time in relation to matter and mattering. Despite the seriousness of this inquiry, as Curtis Lessig began writing the piece, it became clear, in his words, that the more profound the text tried to be, the more abstract and meaningless it became. He threw away all the quotes and research and just began writing about what was there, letting the phenomena around him do the thinking for him. The result is this text on soup, banality, time, and the human condition, but mostly soup. The narrative was then sent to Woolg, who instinctively interpreted it through sound. Here is The Soup Meditations by Curtis versus Woolg.
It's funny what gives itself up as a profound moment, or profound moments. It's hard sometimes to see where one moment ends and the other begins. Also, it's hard sometimes to see where profound begins and ends, and where or when you are just going to embarrass yourself when you reach the point of no return. It's important for me to tell you that profound ranks up there with the most delectable of bullshit. It's funny what gives itself up as a banal moment or banal moments. Moreover, it's funny that the profound moment gives itself up as a banal moment, and the banal moment gives itself up as a profound moment or moments. I will give you profound and I will give you banal, and you can sort out which is which. As for the moment or moments, time is the most delectable of bullshit going. As I write this, I am making soup in the kitchen. How is it possible for you to do both simultaneously, you ask? You actually haven't asked. I haven't even met you yet. The answer is simple. I am conflating time. In one moment I am typing, in another moment I am in the kitchen, stirring, tasting, seasoning, diluting soup. I speak of them as being simultaneous, but one is happening at one moment, and the other is happening at another moment. So the moment I am telling you about is really moments. And I'm not really telling you about them because we haven't even met yet. There is something that you need to know about my soup. It's really more of a stew. I mean, it wasn't always a stew. At one moment it was soup, and then at another it was stew. I suppose that the moment that the soup became a stew was a moment between moments. It's like there is a temporal continuity of soup, like a time of soup. But when the soup was no longer soup, the time of soup was no longer. The soupishness of the soup, the stewishness of the stew rupture into two separate times. Time concretizes around the objects we inhabit. A time of soup, a time of stew. Here, time is like a record player needle, lifted and then reapplied, a measure of identity in space, relation, or form. The particular groove differentiating one of these elements from another. But, as we see, time is not exclusive to these elements. A time of soup, a time of stew, a time for this story, even though I haven't even met you yet. The soup becomes a stew. The stew becomes soup. The needle skips a beat and then rests for a moment. These two times then unite into one, a time of this story. The time of this story, which is also the time of soup and the time of stew, is like a record. The time of soup, the time of stew, the story takes their form as its content. The story takes its form from its content. The story conflates, truncates, unites, remixes together. The time of soup and the time of stew. The materiality that differentiates the time of soup and the time of stew is virtualized in the story, even though I haven't met you yet. The beat of one becomes the beat of the other. Differentiation becomes lost in an extended breakbeat that carries the moment between forms, between spaces. All objects entering into the story are simultaneously united in its time. Soup and stew, in their fundamental differentiation, share a moment. They find a common space-time form. The story takes their form as its content. The story takes its form from its content, its voices, its contours. Objects give themselves to this new form, this new time. The story temporalizes. The time of soup, the time of stew give themselves to the past of the story and the future of the story. It's been many days that this story has been taking form. The soup long boiled down into stew, the stew long watered down into soup, time remixed back and forth, one groove seamlessly to the other. The time of soup, the time of stew, always the time of this story. As I write, the soup and the stew are long past, but the story long present. We are this story, bridging together one object to another, one banal moment fragmenting into the next, radiating from encounter to encounter, time to time, always unified in the continuity of the story. Soup to stew, stew to soup, banality to banality. We pause 2 beats and then continue. It's funny what gives itself up as a profound moment.
You're listening to Slipping Time by WKO, a new project from Whitney Oda of Burrow, Yankee Yankee, Form, Oracle XP, and others. WKO uses Eurorack modular synth recorded directly to tape, a meticulously linear process used here to explore nonlinear time.
You're listening to Ears Have Eyes on CJSW 90.9 FM. This episode's theme is The Time Between Us.
Duration and anticipation. Chronological or nonlinear.
You can learn more about the artists and their work by visiting www.hibernationproject.ca and clicking the tab Ears Have Eyes.
Up next is a trio of compositions from brother-sister contributors Chris and Nikki Reimer. Speaking to time as a tangible, embodied experience, anything but linear, these works draw backwards and forwards from recordings and soundworks made or completed by the siblings over 10 years, the amount of time since Chris passed away suddenly in 2012. Chris Reimer was a musician and composer, well known for his role in renowned Calgary band Women and his deep-rooted friendships in the music community. In 2018, an album of Chris's personal recordings were released under the title Hello People, including the track you're listening to in the background, The Lady Forgot Her Purse, and upcoming piece, Benelux. These works hug a sound composition by his sister, Nikki Reimer, called Elegy for Collective Subjectivity. Initially created in the throes of early grief a year after Chris died, the first section of Nikki's piece was written by Chris himself, text she found in one of his notebooks. She wrote the second portion later in an effort to understand her brother's death through a project that became Grief Wave. Grief Wave is an experiential sound art website released in February 2022 with tracks mastered by Rena Kozak, Chris's partner. You can listen to Nikki Reimer's beautifully constructed and deeply affecting project at www.griefwave.com. The following works are by Nikki and Chris Reimer.
Wake up, let go. 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 No more inward retreat. Stagnation's worse than moving backwards. What are we afraid of? Is this unacceptable? Can we lower our prices by 10%? I believe in the company initiative. I believe we can make it. I trust in the robots to carry the past future to its final resting place in the sand. White coffin and ambient light, holding scissors and bleeding unapologetically. The cadence is time back and forth beating. Let's imagine that our relationship to the city is reciprocal, is special, is material, is calibrated. Let's refuse to fit our bodies onto the frames we've been given. Let's inflict primary stigmata onto our bodies in honor of those we've loved who've lived through years of chronic pain. Let's choose to believe that these are the hideous faces we would have chosen for ourselves. Let's practice becoming quiet, quieter, quietist. Let's resist morphing into caricatures of our own carefully crafted personas. Let's rip out an equal ratio of brown to white hairs from the scalp. Let's recognize that the practice of hair twirling as an anxiety-reducing mechanism will eventually lead to bald spots and self-made cowlicks. Let's use pushpins and layers of flesh to draft this map. Let's destabilize the subject. Let's set up a tripwire. Let's annotate the abuse scripts of our childhoods. Let's crowdsource the funeral. Let's Kickstarter the family burial plot. Let's cauterize the wound. Let's ease up on the clutch. Let's stop breathing. Let's photograph our naked bodies. Let's plagiarize ourselves. Let's lose everything. Let's peel down our faces. Let's saw open our rib cages. Let's open our skulls. Let's take out our brains. Let's take out our organs. Let's weigh them. Let's shout instructions to each other through the cracks in the drywall. Let's Instagram our brain tissues. Let's send samples to the laboratory. Let's put it together. Let's tear it apart. Let's stop fetishizing healing. Let's grow down. Let's give up. Let's grow down. Let's go. Let go. Wake up, 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 let go. Wake up. No more inward retreat. Stagnation's worse than moving backwards. Let go. Wake up. What are we afraid of? Is this unacceptable? Can we lower our prices by 10%? I believe in the company initiative. What are we afraid of? I believe we can make it. I trust in the robots to carry the past future to its final resting place in the sand. White coffin and ambient light. Let go. Holding scissors and bleeding. Let go. Unapologetically. Final resting place in the sand. The cadence is time back and forth beating. Holding scissors. Let's go. Unapologetically. Let go. Let's go. Let go. Let's go. Let go. The cadence is time back and forth beating. The cadence is time back and forth beating.
Hi there. It's Rebecca Bruton, co-artistic director of New Works Calgary. I'm here in your ears to share with you about a magical upcoming performance we're presenting live on this land near Mohkinstsis at the Grand Theatre. On April 15th and 16th, 2022, American composer Caroline Shaw and Canadian choreographer Vanessa Goodman will come together to perform their wondrous living album, Graveyards and Gardens. Springboard Performance artistic director Nicole Meehan, with whom we are co-presenting the piece, described the work as such: a dance, a concert, a curious, analog-driven performance experience, a visual and sonic album of reconstructed memories and distortions, revealed in an immersive environment of nature and technology. The warm glow lure of antiquated innovations and embodied experience. It's a living album that continues to fold and unfold into itself, digging deep into the beauty of how the body remembers. We sure hope you'll join us. To find out more and to purchase tickets, please visit newworkscalgary.com or springboardperformance.com. I've gathered together some excerpts of the work for your listening pleasure, which you'll hear here shortly.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
These tiny plastic cases hold delicate, looping ribbons of electromagnetic tape.
I'm just recording a little bit of my voice talking about calibration and the sound of something that you know so deeply to be true, or so you think, like how I know what an A440 is supposed to sound like. I feel like I know it in my bones, absolutely what an A is going to come out and be.
Exactly what that will be. It's 440 or maybe 442, 435. One time it used to be 415, 410, 443.
You're listening to Ears Have Eyes on CJSW 90.9 FM in Calgary, Mohkinstsis.
This is part 1 of The Time Between Us, Duration and Anticipation, chronological or nonlinear. Part 2 of this program will air later this month. For more information about the airing date, to learn about the artists on this program, or to submit your own sound artwork to next month's theme, Journey, visit hibernationproject.ca and find the heading Ears Have Eyes.
The final 2 pieces of our program draw from time as an accumulation or medium of exchange. The next piece you'll hear, Capitalism, comes from an unreleased Conspiracy Theories album by locally based poet, filmmaker, and more, Audrey Lane Cockett. Cash sounds are remixed from the first few seconds of Pink Floyd's Money, merged with samples from a casino money counter machine, succinctly describing the phrase, time is money.
Our final piece, Rabi Oscillation, is a composition in progress by Barcelona and Nice-based composer Reiko Yamada and Polish musician Artur Majewski. Drawing from ongoing collaborative research into randomness as it relates to music composition, the artists attempt to produce non-repeating sound events from the true randomness of quantum physical systems. Deeply nonlinear in nature, Rabi Oscillation is part of upcoming album Interpreting Quantum Randomness, to be released on PhonosNet label at the end of April. Visit reikoyamada.com for more information. That's ReikoYamada.com. Thank you for listening to Ears Have Eyes. This is Capitalism by Audrey Lane Cockett.
Dry, tender frame, a dream we called an answer. Real as anything believed in by many, economy, real as God. And I'm not saying either doesn't exist. Both claim commonwealth and have messengers we call prophets. Money never martyrs itself, though. Sacrifice is a non-starter with a capital no, a capital gain, ebb, flow. Where, oh where?
Where does it go? Tell me.
Oh, where does it go?
Tell me. Tax shelters? Couch cushions? Tell me where. Not to the people.
Safety deposits.
Do you feel safe?
Mineral deposits. Shale. Ancient bone. Black snake.
Still, this pipeline, really?
Invested, indoctrinated, inundated in fear. Our interest grows. Our fists close. Raised. Stakes. Heart aches in a smoking forest. Frontline defenders. Workers. Frontline of credit. Jenga stacked, corporate backed corners. A debt owed. A seed sowed. Collected. Fruit. Incomes. Capitalism. Capitalism comes. being believed in by many. What do you believe?